Hey guys, welcome back to another interview here on Toned In Entertainment. Thank you, Chaz, one half of the Headbangers, for joining me here today.
One half of the most tremendous tag team in all of wrestling.
Tremendous in all of wrestling.
Yes, and one half of the tag team champions of the universe.
The entire
universe. The accolades. Yeah, the universe is bigger than the world, so it's got to be better, right?
I think so.
That's what I think. That's my thought anyway. Yeah.
Because now WWE has like a world title and Universal title, so Universal should be the number one.
We've technically been tag team champions of the universe since like 1998.
Okay.
So, it was, so we're the longest reigning tag team champions in the history of wrestling.
Right. Now here on Toned In Entertainment, like a lot of guys, I've seen some of your interviews, a lot of people ask you the same questions over and over and over again. Yes. I'm sure you're like, okay, yeah, here we go again.
Are we going to talk about beaver cleavage right now?
No, we're not.
Okay, good.
We're not.
I don't have a problem with it because, if you really think about it, people are like, oh, the gimmick was so stupid, you hated it. And I'm like, my head was buried in boobs.
Right.
Can I say boobs?
Of course, it's YouTube.
Oh, YouTube. Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's still YouTube.
Yeah, so my head was buried in boobs all night, every night. So, what can be bad about that?
Right. Now, a buddy of mine is Chris Van Vliet. Personal friend of mine. You did an interview with him at Gangrel's Wrestling Asylum, and you asked him what the capital of Thailand was.
Right.
Do you remember what the capital was?
I do. And if you hit me, I'm going to punch you right in the eye.
No, I'm not going to do it.
Of course I know. I asked the question.
I know. I just want to make sure.
I just want to make sure you know.
No, I don't. Now, like I said, a lot of people ask you the same questions over and over again. I don't think you've been asked this question before, but I was a huge fan of watching MTV Road Rules. And you guys did an episode where you had a bunch of guys come in here. Now, I know you enjoy beating people up on a regular. How was it to have some newbies come in and give them the ring around?
That was awesome because when we stepped onto the Winnebago or bus, whatever the hell it was they had, the first thing they said is, oh, wrestling, this is going to be easy. It's fake. And we're like, yeah, I don't remember who it was, but I was like, yeah, you're my Huckleberry. Right. This is going to be a good time. So, no, that was fun. It was... we were still technically part-time. We weren't even full-time yet. So for WWE, to pick us to go and do that, to get us that extra exposure, that was awesome.
Well, I'm a fan of the Attitude Era. I think when you say WWF, it's still in my heart, WWF.
Yeah, it's hard to say WWE sometimes. It comes out. I still tell people I'm a former WWF Tag Team Champion. So I think the F kind of means something still.
It does. Even though they had the shirts that say "Get the F out." Yeah. Like, to me, growing up, I'm an 80s kid, so I grew up watching The Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan and Axe and Smash and all those guys. WWF for sure, always.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Now, we just lost one of probably, I think, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, tag team wrestlers and Road Warrior.
No, not one of the. They're the staple. If you think of tag team wrestling, you think of the Road Warriors. Don't get me wrong, Ricky and Robert, they're still around. They're awesome. Rock and Roll Express. Then you got Midnight Express. They were awesome. Don't get me wrong, but the height of it all, it's all about the Road Warriors.
Right, because
absolutely,
the Road Warriors were probably right up there with Sting, were my influences to actually become a wrestling fan, was the Road Warriors. And I tell still a lot of people to this day, when I was like 5 years old, me and my dad dressed up as the Road Warriors for Halloween.
Right.
And I remember them on the old WCW video game, and I've actually I had the privilege of interviewing Road Warrior Animal several years ago, and I actually went up to him and I was like shaking in my little shoes.
Well, the great part about them, especially Animal, up until, unfortunately what happened, he became a friend. So someone that I grew up watching and then actually got to be in the ring with them when they came back at the Manhattan Center. I'm getting goosebumps talking about it. Having goosebumps then, and then becoming friends with him and remaining friends with him all these years, 20 years later, it's just speaks volumes on the type of person he is. Actually, Hawk at one of the TVs came up to me, and Glenn and I were kind of tweaking the look and the gimmick of what we were having and stuff like that. And he comes up, he's like, what are you doing? Yeah. He's like, no, what you have works. Don't change it. Like, stick with what's working. Don't try to recreate stuff. You got merchandise, you got this, you got that. Stick with what's working for you guys and run with it. Just evolve it, but make it better. So, again, guys like that, when you talk to them and you get advice from guys like that, it's like, oh, wow. Right. So, because you're not getting advice from anyone if they don't care. If they don't care about you, if they don't like you, they're not going to give a shit, and they're not going to care. So, getting that from them, was huge.
Now, 2020 has been quite the interesting year, to say the least. Wrestling has been shaken up, the independent scene. Here in October, we got people coming in still. We're here at FEW. Things are crazy here. We're getting ready for a big TV taping.
What's really crazy? If you look at this, okay? Nowhere to be seen. Nowhere to be seen.
Uh-oh.
JB's here. You got the Mexicans down there, the Guadalupe brothers. Where are the Headbangers?
Uh-oh.
I mean, the Headbangers are a staple of FEW. We're 2-time tag team champions for FEW, and we're not anywhere on the side of this trailer.
Okay.
All right, sorry. Just
no. We're gonna have to put a petition in with JB to make sure we get something new here on the marquee. We need something fresh, and I mean the Headbangers. That's gonna sell some tickets and put people on the seat.
We're always
fresh and so clean. Always. Now,
all right. So you had another question.
Yes, 2020 has been quite the interesting year. Wrestling is finally coming back. It's October. We're here in Miami at FEW TV taping for the end of October. What have you been doing to keep yourself occupied during these crazy times?
Well, I have a 16-year-old that plays travel soccer, and that's picked back up, so that started. Just working out, just trying to do what everyone else was doing. Had a lot of Netflix time, got caught up on a lot of shows that I never would have watched before,
right.
Which was good and bad, because I got to watch some TV, but now I'm invested in some of these shows where I'm like, all right, I got to turn the TV off and go to bed or go back to the gym or do whatever it is. So it's kind of like everyone else, but my thing is this. It is what it is. You got to take your situation. Everyone's under the same situation. Everyone goes through different things, whether it's COVID, whether it's whatever it is. You got to take it and you got to find the silver lining. You got to find something positive in everything. And I think for me with this, I found different ways to be more effective and more ways, doing virtual signings now, getting people to come on Zoom and chit chat with fans on Zoom and different ways to just be out there and get things done and be more effective. So that's the biggest thing.
I think that's the most important thing, because a lot of people, when this whole pandemic first started, they're like, what are I doing with my time? It's like, now's the time to get those things that you've been slacking on, been waiting to do, and catch up and do it.
It's time to grow. It's an opportunity to look at yourself, look in the mirror and figure out, okay, what can I do to be better? What can I do to be a better person? And again, I don't mean to get off on some kind of preaching tangent, because that's the farthest thing from it. But like for work, the company I work for now, because I don't wrestle full time anymore, we figured out ways to be more productive and save money to help save profits. So there's different ways where you got to grow and just be better as a person, all in all.
Now, you say you don't wrestle all the time, but every flyer almost I see in Florida has the Headbangers on it.
Well, that's good because we live down here now. So
you guys are still like everywhere. I'm not going to mention any other promotions because we are here at FEW. So you never know. I don't want to step on anybody's toes here, but you're everywhere. And it's still great to see guys like you still doing your thing, that we grew up watching.
The good part is Glenn and I, we still have fun.
Right.
We enjoy, I'll admit I complain sometimes about the traveling. Had a bad travel a couple weeks ago where I ended up not getting home till the next day when I was supposed to get home that Sunday afternoon. But whatever, shit happens. But for the most part, we have fun. We have fun in the ring. I really, really enjoy helping the younger guys. So many people were an influence on us when we first started, from, Bill Dundee, Jerry Lawler, Cornette, huge, influence on us. Obviously, the Headbanger gimmick was his. Ricky and Robert, you got Dr. Tom Pritchard, Wildfire Tommy Rich. So all of these guys were so helpful to us. You got, the name just came and just went. But it's guys like that who we grew up watching. They were to help. So these guys here now, I just met someone in here who was just born in 2003. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, my kid's your age. But I enjoy that part. So I love getting in there. I love being in front of the people still. As long as I'm still having fun and I can still be what I consider productive in the ring, we're going to keep doing it.
Wow, 2003. I've been at the same job since 2000. So that tells you something. Like,
yeah, I've been doing the same thing for 18 years now. So yeah, I get it. My kid's 16, so I'm like, whoa.
Now, you said you got to catch up on some things on Netflix. Is there anything that we should check out that you enjoyed?
Actually, I love like Law and Order shows. I love Law and Order is one of my favorite shows.
Okay.
So I watched Suits.
Okay.
At first I was like, it's good. I loved it. If you haven't seen it, watch Suits.
Haven't seen it.
Love Suits.
It's on the queue.
Yes. I love Suits. Actually, I watch that more on Prime Video than Netflix.
Okay.
But Suits was good. What else? I just finished season 2 of The Boys, but that's on Prime Video too.
That is on Prime? Okay. So nothing on Netflix so far?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
That's okay, The Boys, The Suits. Hey, we have enough time on our hands. Go check. There's 2 shows to get you guys started.
And Suits is 9 seasons long.
Oh my God.
So I get, if it's like 1 or 2 seasons, I'm like, I'm going to get invested and it's going to be over like that. So I'll just wait. and binge it later on.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's what most of us do. We're like, I know when I watch videos with my fiance, she's like, but wait, not all the seasons are out yet. Like, what? Like if we start, that means I have to wait. How long?
Right. Then you got to wait for it to come out. And yeah.
We're still waiting for the next season of Stranger Things to come out. I mean, they're going to be 40 years old, and we're going to be
They're still going to be stranger.
Now, I think when people think the Headbangers are used to seeing you guys in the kilts, but today you're Scooby.
Well, no, they're not kilts. They're skirts.
They're skirt. Oh,
real men and real action figures.
Wear
skirts.
Oh, they're not even kilts. Okay.
No, they're skirts. Real men wear skirts.
They wear skirts.
See, it's a skirt.
It is.
But you know, I'm still getting ready. I'm still getting dressed. It's a process. I can't just do it all at once. I still got knee pads I got to put on, and you know, only so many people can pull this look off, and I'm not one of them either. So when you find someone, let me know.
No, come on. You got the boxers on with the high socks.
And Scooby's always under there. You know, Scooby's always under there.
Look at that. That's stud right there. All right, Chaz, is there anything else we should know before we let you get back inside, get ready for your matches?
Have good mosh pitting. Just be nice. Karma's a bitch. Karma will get you every time. Treat people how you want to be treated. Yeah, that's it. Have fun.
That's it. Have fun.
Life is short. Have fun. Have good mosh pitting.
I love it. Great words to live by. Well, thank you, Chaz, so much for joining me here on Toned In Entertainment. Guys, if you like interviews like this, make sure you subscribe here to Toned In Entertainment so I can bring you interviews with Chaz, independent wrestlers, professional wrestlers from all over the place. Coming soon.
Wait, independent wrestlers or professional independent wrestlers?
Professional. Oh, God, that's a tongue twister.
Yeah. It's a thought process.
It is.
So
oh, my
here's
God.
a question for you. So, the hair on your head. I'm not going to nut you. Relax. I'm not asking you the capital of Thailand. I saw you trying to cover up.
I actually just did it subliminally.
So the hair on your head, if you let it grows real long. It just grows long. But then you have hair on your arms. If you don't shave it, like I shave mine, it grows back, but then it stops. Like it stops.
Right.
The hair on your head just continues to grow. Think about it.
Wow. Educational and fun here at FEW. Can't ask for anything more. All right, guys, make sure you subscribe here to the channel for future interviews. And a special thanks to JB Cool from Fighting Evolution Wrestling for inviting Toned In Entertainment to come out here and do these interviews before their big tapings for their shows. And for more information, head on over to Fighting Evolution Wrestling so you can check out where their shows are seen and how you can see them.
Subscribe to the channel. Do it. Go now. Do it now.